Okay, we're back with you. I lost the signal there, so I had to kind of find a hot spot up here for the signal so I could continue with the show. All right, so I found a kind of a hot spot right here and change directions. One of the things up here is there's not a lot of cell phone towers up in this general direction, so we have to kind of cater to where we're at. It's kind of the old-fashioned way, right? When you're up in the hillside like that, that's what it's like. So let me talk a little bit about this property. It was originally, this whole mountain, like the mountain I talked about earlier on the other side, between the canyon there, that's called Cahuenga Canyon. And Cahuenga Canyon was the canyon where the freeway goes through that brings you from Hollywood to the San Fernando Valley. And a couple of interesting things happened down there. The Treaty of Guadalupe in 1843 was signed at El Campo de Cahuenga, and that's what gave Mexico gave up all this territory in the southwest to America. The last skirmish and fight was right here, just maybe a quarter mile away at the base, right where Universal Studios main entranceway is. Right there is the Campo de Cahuenga. If you ever have a chance to go in there, kind of go in there and check it out, because it would be a lot of fun in terms of your education about kind of historical significance. Or you can just listen to me, Jesse T, and I'll bring you up to date on all the history, because you know me, I love history. All right, so also, Dark Canyon, which is known as Barham Pass, that was known as Dark Canyon because that used to take you over around the Hollywood Mountains there that D.W. Griffith owned, and that's where would be the road that would take you down past the river, or Riverside Road, into Glendale, because Glendale was the biggest city here in this part of Southern California for many decades. And when the valley was just nothing but wheat fields owned by Isaiah Lancashire. But nevertheless, it was Dark Canyon, and it was dark because by the time 1, 2 o'clock rolled around, where the sun, 3 o'clock, dipped beneath the canyon walls, it got dark. And that's where all the banditos were, and they would rob the Wells Fargo station. And in fact, Wyatt Earp was the Wells Fargo security chief at the turn of the century, the 20th century, and he used to run the shotgun through Dark Canyon here from Hollywood to the Wells Fargo outlet in Glendale. So some wild stories there. That's kind of what brought him into Hollywood. Of course, you know, Wyatt Earp, the real Wyatt Earp, taught all the early cowboys, Tom Mix being the first superstar cowboy of all time. The first superstar, actually, in films, in the talkie films. The cowboy Tom Mix. He was a world-known superstar, and Wyatt Earp taught him how to ride a horse, taught him how to shoot a gun, taught him how to handle a saddle, taught him how to handle certain things, walk a certain way, and that's how Wyatt Earp got involved in Hollywood. He died in the 1930s. We'll go by where he died. The building is still there one day. I'll show it to you, where the real Wyatt Earp passed away. Yeah. So down below that's where all that is, okay? And I just wanted to kind of get you some bearings so you kind of know where we're at. So this side of the canyon was all owned by J. Paul Getty. Now, you know that big movie that was out this last couple of months ago about J. Paul Getty and the kidnapping of his grandson, I believe it was. Well, that's J. Paul Getty. But when he was a younger man and he was creating all that wealth, it was many years before that, and he owned all of this, that oil money that he got. He owned all of this land up here, almost all of it, for miles. And this was his hunting mountain. Yeah, hunting. They used to take hunting excursions, just like at San Simeon up north. William Randolph Hearst, 50 square miles of California land and 50 straight miles of California beach. He had the largest private zoo up there, and they used to go hunting. These folks like to hunt. Yeah, I like to hunt too, you know. They were gun enthusiasts, and so am I. But, you know, they could hunt pheasant and quail, different wild birds up here. They could hunt coyotes if they wanted to, mountain lion and deer. Lots of deer and buck up here. And there still is, but there was so much more back then when there was nothing here. His hunting cabin is just a rock throw away from here at the top of this lot. Well, eventually he sold this lot with some more land than what we're sitting on to the guy who created the Boy Scouts of America. And I know he's turning in his grave now, because now the Boy Scouts are forced to have to allow girls and all kinds of other types of people into the Boy Scouts. Did you know that they, when they were forced to do that, that the next week 425,000 Boy Scouts and their families canceled their applications in the Boy Scouts? Yeah, I would have been one of those canceling. I mean, can't just guys be guys and girls be girls? I mean, why do guys have to be girls and girls have to be guys? Start your own thing if that's what you want to do. Start a new organization where boys and girls can come together, but don't infiltrate an established organization like the Boy Scouts. But if you kind of look at it, then if the Boy Scouts have to allow girls, then the Girl Scouts have to allow boys, right? Yeah, there's consequences to everything that you do, people, that you may not think about. Like they raised the minimum wage to $15, so you know what the corporations are doing in California? They're laying everybody off and putting machines in. Robots, AI intelligence, automation. Within 5 to 7 years, 10 years, almost all your fast food is going to be automated. Yep. There's consequences to your actions. Think twice before you get what you ask for. Think about the consequences. Okay? Anyhow, so the Boy Scouts of America, he was an Englishman, a knighted Englishman by the king at the time. It would have been the queen, it would have been the king. Queen Elizabeth would have just been a little girl at that time. So yeah, it would have been the king. He was knighted by the king, and he bought this land up here because he loved California and the weather. It's not more warm than England, if you've ever been to England. And so he made the Boy Scouts, created the Boy Scouts of America. He bought this land and he brought in all these great rock and stone masons. Yeah, I'm a Freemason, 32nd degree Scottish Rite Freemason, Knights Templar. But these stone masons from Europe, Italy, and Spain, and he brought them to build this structure here. And they built a stone mason structure. I showed you a little bit about the wall they built. It's unbelievable. Solid as a rock. I mean, we talk about solid. This thing has lasted up here for many decades. But he built this beautiful house where I'm sitting. This was the bottom floor from the front door, and I'll give you the tour here in a second. And then there was a floor above it, and there was a terrace above that. And then the city of Los Angeles, in their infinite wisdom, there was an earthquake, and they came up and they said, you got to reinforce it. And he looked at me and said, what do you mean I got to reinforce it? It withstood the earthquake. There's no problem. All the other buildings down the city, they fell apart, but my building is just fine. No, you have to reinforce it. So you know what he did? He snubbed the city of Los Angeles. He completely moved out, locked it up, took care of the property, and went back to England. Went back east first, and then went back to England eventually. Before he passed away. Okay? And then this property, one of the many fires that happened up here in the Hollywood Hills over the years in Southern California, just like we had a couple of years ago, burned this property to the ground because it was one of the very few houses up here at the time. And so I'm in the remnants of it, and then it, eventually my clients bought it about 10 years ago, and they were going to build a beautiful house up here. Boy, the plans are done. And by the way, when you buy a property and you develop it, here's something to note. It's just not buying a piece of land and start putting the bulldozer down and pouring cement. Sometimes you have to grade it. You have to check for water tests, soils test, geo test, earthquake test, traffic test, air quality test, congestion test. You have to check for safety hazard tests. You have to check to see how you're going to put the sewers in, the sidewalks, the fire hydrants, the power underground. You've got to check, depending where you're at, earthquake codes, fire codes, animal codes. Sometimes flower and plant codes have to be looked into. You sometimes have to get past certain conservatories that won't allow you to build. And engineering tests, architectural designs have to be approved. Structural designs, electrical, plumbing designs, foundation designs, framing designs, window designs, door designs, all has to be approved under the right specific building codes. Hillside requirements, sloping, retainer walls. Sometimes you got to put pylons all the way down to the granite. Of course, this is bedrock right here. It sticks out. So there's a lot of things that have to be done when you buy just a flat piece of land. A lot more than most people think. Well, all of that has been done here. Yep, because they were ready to build. They got everything ready to go. So when you get this, you get all that stuff done. It's got to be renewed because it's about 3 to 4 years old now. But it's easier to renew something because much hasn't changed than it is to start over. It's a lot of expense to go back to the same companies that did it, right? And got approved. Okay, there you go. Makes sense. Logic, right? Like Spock. So there's something there in development that you always got to think about when you buy a piece of land. There's more than just buying a piece of land and building a house on it, you know, Green Acres style or Mountain Man style. All right, or Homestead style. So you got to take care of business like that. That's real important in that respect. So that's all been done up here at the wall, and really all you got to do is renew. And there also are architectural designs to build the house up here as well, and they were one step from being approved. They just had to be approved. I believe they may have been approved. I got to double check on that. They were ready to be stamped off and ready to go, but then they pulled it. I don't think they paid the last fees for it, and that's what it was, but the plans are ready to go. So you could use those plans, renew them, or you could create your new plans. But all the basic stuff has been done, okay? So that's a part of development that can be an extra amount of money, a lot. That's why this is a cool property, because it's all been done. Then, of course, if you lot split up here, you have to split the lots. So, you know, I worked out the math. If you lot split the two lots, you'd pay off the $1.4 million and have this property free and clear. Because you could sell those lots up there for $700,000 a piece. I would keep this end lot down here because this is the lot that has the beautiful view of what I just showed you. And it's unimpeded in that respect. So you could be free and clear up here on the property except for the property tax. So that's what I would do. But if you dead set and you want to have a half acre up here, that's cool too. You could sell off maybe one of them and buy down a lot of your investment and put it back in your pocket, or use that money for your improvements. We figure that up here it's going to take this project, by the time you're all said and done, is going to be about $3 million, between $2 and $3 million to build this out. $2 million for sure. If you're conscious and wise, you might be able to get to $2 million. Not be wasteful and be smart. Build yourself a 6,000 to 10,000 square foot house up here. That would be an iconic house, because most of the houses up here are about 3,000 to 5,000 square feet. So this would be like the big baby on the corner, and this would be the one everybody would see from everywhere. Kind of cool, man. Yeah, I live up there. I live up at that house right there. Look at that. Yeah. Wow, huh? And then what you would do is you would refinance it, because you'd get a construction loan. You wouldn't actually have to put the money out of your pocket. You get a construction loan to build this. Pay it later. It's permanent financing. So the money really never comes out of your pocket, at least in the beginning. So you get a construction loan to build it out, with permanent financing to take it out, and then you sell it right before the end of the project. Certificate of occupancy comes. That's what allows you to sell it, move in. So right before that, you start marketing it for $10 to $12 million. Yeah. $10 to $12 million. Every bit of $8 to $10 million. every bit of 8 to 10 million bucks. So you figure it out. That's about what, a $4 million profit for you? And really all you had to do was buy it, sell off a couple of lots, and you're free and clear. Get a construction loan using OPM. Get a permanent financing loan using OPM. And there are some loans out there and some companies that we're in touch with that will work the purchase price into the construction. Because the market is so good in California right now. It's going up, that's why. Banks are taking a little more risk. That's why they're doing a lot of those adjustable rate mortgages now. Fixed for 5 and 7, 3, 5, and 7 years. We're doing a lot of those now. Because the interest rates are like 3%. And then it fluctuates and adjusts after that. But we take you out in the permanent financing fixed interest before then. So there's lots of ways to go once you understand how to go. In that respect, there's lots of interesting things you can do. So this property, you could do that. Can you imagine what this property would look like? What this property would look like with a 10,000 square foot house up here, or even a 6,000 square foot house up here. Look at that. Would that be just the most wicked, outrageous, beautiful property, dream property, man? And you could do this. Look at that view. I mean, look how high up we are. See? Unimpeded. See some of these houses? They build on the downslope. You don't have that slope here. And see those houses up there? They're built on the downslope. And some houses like this one here are built on the upslope. See that? Right against the hillside. That'd freak me out. So would that freak me out. Look at this, man. Look at this, guys. Look at all this flat up here. And that's just this old foundation. So if you took 20 feet off all the way to the top up there and move that dirt, right? My goodness. What a property this would be, huh? Kind of get an idea how high up we are. That's why it's called the wall, because of the wall. Now, all these houses up here run $3 million bucks. And look at that house over there, way up there. Isn't that a beautiful house? Gorgeous. Right there, you're probably looking at $15 million, right? And look at that one right there. Right there, probably looking at, that's a 60s house, you're probably looking at $5 to $6 million. Cracker boxes, like these cracker boxes right here. And you don't got to go to the gym, you just walk up and down the stairs all day long. That's $3 million bucks. That's Mulholland Drive right there, guys. So, can you seeing what I'm seeing up here? So we covered some of the things in development that you have to consider. We covered architectural designs and things like that. We covered the cost, and we covered a little bit of the profit. And this is the real deal, guys. This is how people make money. How they get very wealthy. Look at some of those houses over there. This house would be priced against all those too over there. And look at that view. Man, at night, it's unbelievable up here. It's killer. It's just unbelievable. Look how close you are to everything too. You got LA here, and I'm gonna go quick pan, boom! San Fernando Valley over there. Burbank, Glendale, Long Beach, Palos Verdes, LA, Hollywood, Santa Monica, Marina Del Rey, Santa Monica, Venice, Santa Monica, Malibu. Yeah. Unbelievable, huh? You know, look at, you know me, Jesse T. I'm always trying to bring you the good stuff. I'm always trying to bring you the good stuff. Come on back to me. I'm always trying to bring you the good stuff, guys, on the Jesse T Show. Every Monday here from 5 to 6, it's the Jesse T Show. We're talking real estate down on the real estate corner. Talk a little bit about development, financing. We talk a little bit about profits, some of the things you would need to watch out for when you develop a piece of land, how you can make this functionally work for you, how you can get this thing to pay itself off and be free and clear. It's unbelievable. This is like the property to buy. You want to contact me, give me a call, and let us know. Or go to our website at www.buy.jessetmrsoul.com. Or you can go to our website if you want to sell a property. I'm always looking to sell some properties because there are more buyers than there are properties to sell, and I just don't have enough supply, guys. And I guarantee a sale. I guarantee a sale, or I'll sell it for free. It's that simple. That's my promise and guarantee. I've been in business almost 40 years. Oh, I actually have been. So I'm the trusted real estate advisor. And we're going to sell it fast, efficient, for the highest price. I guarantee that too as well, because it is a booming market. So if you want to sell your house, give me a call, Jesse T, Jesse Mr. Soul Torero, or go to our website at www.sellerjessetmrsoul.com. Or you can always go check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/Jesse Torero Broker. I put up the ad that I have running on Facebook up on my Facebook page that I just told you about, facebook.com/Jesse Torero, Torrero Broker, and you'll see pictures and everything we're talking about. You'll also see the architectural designs here. So we can make this property happen for you pretty fast and efficient. You know, I always try to bring you foreclosures and all kinds of properties all over Southern California. I'm just here to tell you guys, if you think you ever wanted to buy, the time to buy is right now. Could not be a better time in your life to buy right now. You don't have to have much going on. I can find properties for you under $100,000. You might have to drive a little bit, but that's okay. It's better than living in an apartment and paying somebody else's mortgage and watching them get rich, isn't it? Now look, if you're paying $2,000 or $3,000 a month, which is like the average rental here in LA County, LA City especially, you used to be buying something. Your FICO score only has to be 620. I mean, seriously, guys, I don't care about foreclosures. Repos are a tough one. Bad school loans are a tough one. But I don't care about foreclosures. Okay? Look, so what? You might not have the best credit. You got a job, good job. You got some tax returns from W-2s. Full credit report. Fill out a loan application. We'll get you that money. You're going to know what you can buy before you go out and start looking, so you're not wasting your time. Hey, forget about working on the internet and the computer with all these fancy damn websites. There's no personality here. There's nobody that will solve the problems that you have. You either fit their model or you don't fit their model. It's that simple. You're either a drop in their bucket or you're not a drop in their bucket. To me, you're not, man. I try to find a way and figure out a way. Figure out a deal. Figure out an angle. Hey, it's like our great President Trump said, God bless him, man. It's the art of the deal. Can I put it together to make it right for you? Can I put it together to make it right for the seller? Can I put it together to make it right for you and the seller? Then it's right for me and I get paid. That's how it is, man. It's three of us. Win, win, win. That's what it's all about. The home selling team, the home loan pros here on the Jesse T Show. Yep. See, it really is not as much of a struggle as you think it is. We need to have some talk. Talk to me. Give me a call. I believe my 800 number is, I can't remember it. Can you imagine that? I think it's 800. It's such a brand new number. I should have wrote it down. Yeah, I know. It's 800-684-6922. I think that's what it is. If it's not that number, give me a call on another number, 818-805-4400, okay? Or you can email me at winninc@yahoo.com, or go to the Jesse Torero Messenger. Hey, look, just put my name in Google search. You're going to get about 20 pages on me. I mean, I'm easy to find. I'm easy to find. There's no big sweat trying to find me. All right, so there you go. Let's get together and let's make it happen for you. And if I can't make it happen for you, all is not lost. I'll put together a plan and a strategy and a tactic so that within a very short period of time, you can make it happen for yourself. I'm just here to help you, and with all the powers and information and experience that I have, and I've sold thousands and thousands of transactions, okay? Hey, it's the Jesse T Show. Every Monday we talk real estate because that is the best way to make money in your lifetime. It is the way to get wealthy. It is the way to leave a legacy. It is the way to foster the fuel of your life when you need to have that emergency emergency money. It's always good to have something going on that you can borrow on, or that you can sell, or that you can take a little money from, or whatever. It's always a good thing to have. It's better than a parent that's rich. Real estate will get it going. It's long-term investment, though. It's not short-term. If you want to flip-flop like a tuna on a boat, hey, go for it. I've done that too. You can win and you can lose. There's a big gamble there. And a lot of these companies, you know what they're doing when they say, hey, you don't have to use your own money because you're going to use their money. What they do is they teach you how to go out. You just basically become soldiers for them, searching property addresses, and they teach you and they tell you to bring it back. And then if they like it, then they'll feel it. And they'll feel it with funds, and then they'll give you a little piece of the action. They can't give you a whole bunch of money because they would be subject to real estate laws here in the state of California on paying commission. But they'll give you a little bit of money as a finder's fee or something like that, independent contractor. All right, that's basically how they're doing it. But yeah, they want you to come to this seminar because they want you to sell you their course. That's what they want, to sell you these webinar courses. And they just want to steal from you. So don't do it. I just taught you there in about 35 seconds or less what they do, okay? Hey, look, talk to me. I'll tell you what to do. I have no secrets. I'll tell you what to do. Now, whether or not you do that or not, it's up to you. But I'll tell you what to do, and I'll help you do what I tell you what to do. You just got to do what I tell you what to do, and you'll be okay. That's right. I've helped thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and I want to help you. It's that simple. There's no great mystery here. It's just work and effort and desire. That's really what it is. Like Angel Perez. 2 houses in 18 months, 3 loans, lived in an RV down by the river before I met him. And he found me, tried to buy a house for 4 years, got him a loan, got him a house. That house now is worth double what it is worth, what it was worth. And then he bought another one. I refied him out of that, got him another house, got a loan, and that house he bought under market. So he's got about $400,000 of equity position. Almost, he's worth $500,000 per year inside 18 months. That could be you. Angel was a mechanic body shop guy. He wasn't a brain surgeon. He's not an astronaut. He didn't win the California lottery. He worked hard for his money. He's a good, honest man, and he had pretty decent credit. So there it is. It's just that simple. He didn't work for anybody. He was an independent contractor too. So you see, we could do that for you. Really, we really can. And if we can't, we'll show you how you can get something done for yourself so that you can come back, okay? The Jesse T Show, that's what we're all about right here. We're all about helping. We're all about helping you attain the American dream. That's what it's about. Hey man, where can you go and live, breathe, have some sex, baby, make some babies, right? Pray to God, cry, laugh, have a party, sleep in your bed, get sick, get well, build a cabinet, work on your car, water your grass, put a pool in, and come home to somebody who you love, that loves you, and still make money. Tell me, where can you do that? You can't. Only in real estate. Simple, simple, simple. Most of your millionaires today and billionaires today got it through real estate. Yeah, I know the computer guys, the IT guys, and the brainiacs like that are getting there. But still, really, statistically, most of your people that become multimillionaires got it through real estate investment. Smart, shrewd real estate investment. Hey, you're going to fail. You're going to fall down. You're going to lose. But hey, pick yourself up and start winning. That's what it's all about, okay? Jesse T right here on the Jesse T Show every Monday through Friday live, 5, baby. That's right. It's the Jesse T Show in the world according to Torero. You're straight on the point. Up here at 7007 Pacific View Drive, and what a view it is. And you got to contact me so we can put this property in your hands and make it happen for you. Go to our website at www.buy.jessetmrsoul.com, www.seller.jessetmrsoul.com, and facebook.com/Jesse Torero Broker to find out more information about 7007 Pacific View Drive and others. We got them all the way down to $80,000 for a condo. Yeah. Come on. I'll take care of you, man. That's what it's all about. Because when I take care of you, you take care of me, and I take care of your whole family for years and years and years to be. That's what it's all about. It's me, Jesse T. Tomorrow on the Jesse T Show, Hercules is checking in. Kevin Sobel is coming in. That's right, you know Kevin. Talk about his great faith-based movie that's making oodles of waves in Hollywood. Kevin Sobel is coming in. We're going to talk Hollywood and entertainment and what's going on. Hercules is going to be checking. Oh, we're so excited to have Hercules. And Kevin Sobel is going to be checking in on the Jesse T Show. Live at 5 from the studio of KTNT Radio and TV Broadcasting, Podcasting. On the powerofvoices.com and the global radio network across America, on the air and everywhere. On 25 of your social media TV network sites. We are on every day of the week, Monday through Friday. On Wednesday, we're chasing the vibe and going to be out at the Payne Mr. McGinty new premiere in North Hollywood and checking out there with Dan the Man. And then on Thursday, we have the guys from Warfighter, one of the endorsers of our show, the Jesse T Show. Going to have the director Jerry and one of the main actors Scott going to be checking in with us, and we're going to get Christine, spokesperson. Boy, this woman has a great story, a combatant, a veteran, a hero, and she's got a heroic story that she tells. She was a medic in the most recent wars, and wow, what a woman. So we're going to have them and talk about the new movie Warfighter. It's a movement, and we want to help you help those that have PTSD. That's what it's all about, fixing our heroes and making them right again. That's Thursday on the Jesse T Show. And then on Friday, we have, of course, Road Trippin' with Jesse T and Dan the Man. Then Saturday, we got a big, huge party event that we're going to be going to, and Sunday as well. We'll let you know more about that towards the middle of the week. Okay? So, yes, the Jesse T Show right here. It's good to have you along. For everybody, hey, let's get together and make some money. We're down on the real estate corner. The Brown Beauty is off duty. See